Hello everyone out there in internet land. This is an age-restricted video. If you're not 18, you should probably not be watching this video. If you are 18 or older, here is the veg garden. Bum bada bum, folks. Alright, well, we got the cloner here, and this is backups of all of the stuff I just sent in to Farmer Freeman for sex testing. I got all the results back. I do have a male in here. And I'm really excited because it's the Z Gush, which is the Z Pi Pheno I love by the Gushers BX. So it should be amazing. As you can see, the veg room is now packed in, stacked. I got to go through these older plants, and now that I have them backed up and rooted, I can kill them off or decide if I want to throw them into the next flower run to test some of them out, which I'm sure I will. But I think it's going to depend on the health and structure. I'm going to look for something that's not too stretchy and weird. But yeah, everything's backed up. Got lots of stuff going on. Chili peppers are still looking good. I got to tell you, chili peppers are, they have a certain level of difficulty to them when it comes to growing them. I had some get overwatered, and this is what they look like when you overwater them, and this is what they look like when you don't. They look fantastic. I got a few I put into 3-gallon pots yesterday. Those have been transplanted. I got a bunch of more peppers down there. In here, these are all sweets. These are red habanero. And I think I have one row of the Trinidad Scorpion in there. Over here in this one, I have some more sweet peppers. The Carolina Reapers are just, one of them there is just now trying to come up. I got some Boot Jalokia ghost peppers and some more red habanero. So I really love those red habanero. They're super, super beautiful. Just one of the most stunning peppers I've ever seen. We got some Trinidad Scorpion over there. This is the next round of clones available. I posted up a menu. The bulk of these are Cherry Paloma. So I'm gonna have probably about 12 of these available, of which I think I've already gotten rid of about 6. So I'm about halfway through that. The Bicket Dog Walker sold out, and the Sticky Foot sold out. So yeah, doing good, folks. Going to keep the clones going. I'm going to get that cloner I just showed you cleaned out, reset, and I got a bunch of stuff to back up. So a lot of new stuff coming down the pike. I got some West Seattle Sour, which is a CBD 1-to-1 variety, testing pretty high in both THC and CBD. So I'll have a type 2 available. Then I got that Bicket Dog Walker. I've got all of the clump cut, the Clumpalicious or medicated main cuts of the Gushing Rain and the Sticky Foot coming up. So all kinds of cool shit. Let's go ahead and take a look at the flower room. All right, well, this room is a wrap. I was not doing well leading up to surgery, so this canopy did not get managed. The second scrog never got lowered down. So I have a ton of floppage in here. It doesn't seem to be hurting it too badly. But this Z Pi is just so stinky, and it's like, I don't know, it's like adhesive, permanent marker, funky skunk, and some glue, and some awesomeness. So I'm pretty excited about that. The flower on this looks really good. And it's kind of hard to tell from the camera, but the section that was under the HPS bulked up a lot better than the section that did not. So over here you can see the section that did not. The buds are kind of small, but fire, dude. This weed is so good. Really excited about this. So this is all going to come down next Wednesday. This is the Sticky Foot number 4. I was kind of like poo-pooing it But man, it's turning into something really, really cool. You can't really tell the color on that, but it's just got this purple tip. The buds are like golf ball chunkity nuggets. It is super sticky. I mean, it is extremely sticky. And it smells really good. I like that one. It doesn't have that sweet candy smell that the other ones have. Like this one is kind of like a pineapple-y bubblegum kind of smell. This is that cherry gush. I got to sample some of it. It's very sticky, very stinky. It's like a grape candy. Where I would say like this other sticky foot here is kind of like a grape bubble gum or bubblicious grape. Really gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous weed. And I can't, man, even like the stems are sticky as fuck. Super, super fire. So really stoked about this round. We did impregnate this one here. So we got some seeds in this sticky foot here. So I'll have some of that as a preservation, a little personal genetic preservation project. Went really well. I've definitely got seeds kind of, I can feel in the buds. So the plan is I'm going to cut these all down, hang all the hang it all that's not seeded. All the branches that are seeded, I'm going to leave on the plant, and I'm going to take the plants out and let them finish outdoors to get the seeds nice and beautiful and hard and tigery, all that good jazz. So we'll take those out, let those finish off out there. And so this will be a wrap here real shortly. Pretty stoked. But yeah, flower room coming to an end, and we'll have some new cool stuff in here, folks. On to the next one. All right, and here we are outside of the outside garden. Dolly's checking out my watermelon. I got some watermelon going on under there. As you can see, the mushroom hut, all the foliage is completely filled in now. And this section is completely covered and protected. Go into my little hut here. And my mycelium on my azarescent bin is looking extremely, extremely good. Like really, really good. Get down in there a little bit. See that? Oh my God. That mycelium looks incredible. Really, really beautiful. So the mycelium in this one is really strong. I added a little clover on there and a little soil to kind of help keep them protected over the season. In this bin here, I had some ovoids, but I also had some wine caps in here. But as you can see, the mycelium is starting to take off, so I should get one or the other or both. I'm not sure how that's going to work out, but that bin is starting to take off. The center bin, I want to put some blue oyster mushrooms in there. These guys are goddamn fools. Look at these dorks. Oh my God. So the rose bushes are doing great. I finally got my first rose coming out. It's looking good. Stoked, smells beautiful. Lots of roses this year. I fed these guys pretty early, and I fed them another really good round, so they're looking really huge and good. So gonna have a ton of roses this year. This bin here is where all my a bunch of my chili peppers are gonna go. I got that volunteer potato plant that's kind of taken off. And this is the section that Dolly and those guys tore up. Come on, you guys. You guys are being jackasses. So I replanted that section, which is kind of cool because then I'll have a little bit of a staggered harvest. All the stuff that's come up through the destruction seems to be filling in well. I have my little squash here that I've been using to feed the plants. All the other ones have been completely consumed, but I'll kind of show you what I'm working with here. See how the worms just come up and they start devouring all of that Oh, look, I got some mushrooms popping up here. Sweet, I don't know what those are. But yeah, as you can see, it's got a lot of worm activity in there. So I just buy these little squishes and squashes. I prefer smaller ones, but I grab these spaghettis because that's kind of what they had at the moment. But yeah, so it's a great way to coax worms up into your bin. And what I did is I drilled a bunch of really tiny holes so that the worms will come up, hopefully get so fat that they can't get back through the holes, and then these will turn into some kind of worm bins, basically, is what I'm shooting for. So this is all carrots and onions. They're all sprouting up and doing well, even though we had some moments of destruction here. Set up my watering station. I picked up this cool little thing that tells me how many inches of water has been sprinklered. As you can see, all of the fingerling potatoes are doing well. These are the Lorette fingerling potatoes. I piled a bunch of soil on top of the sprouts when they were about probably 8 inches tall, and it kind of naturally trained them out, and it's going to give them some more area for their roots to start developing more potatoes. So we should get some decent potatoes out of this. The lilac tree is taking off. I can't believe it. If you remember and you look back at some of those videos, this thing was about 12 inches tall in a 1-gallon pot, not even 3 months ago. And now it's just already taken off. Looks fantastic. I love lilac as a flower. It's one of my favorite smells. But yeah, this whole section here is looking, here goes, jeez, dudes. Of course, right when I go to film, they start doing this. They were just like totally chilling a minute ago. But yeah, we got a bunch of sunflowers in here. I've been trying to protect and keep away from the dogs until they get bigger. Get these sunflowers up and established, and then I can kind of let things be free. Once they get a certain size, the dogs really don't F with them too much. I transplanted that rosemary bush in there. It's doing really well, but it's kind of getting shaded out by a bunch of stuff. So I'm going to try to open that up a bit. And bamboo bush is still dead. But I did notice there's some fresh growth on the edges, like where it kind of spread out a little bit. So I'm not sure about that. I got this thyme in here, really delicious thyme. But I've also got some, this is Thai basil I'm going to have pop up here. Give me some more Thai basil. I love that Thai basil. This volunteer potato is a gold potato. This is my beets. I got beets in here. These are all the Baker Creek Golden Deliciousness. Pretty excited about that. Got some beets coming up. Over here, I have the Thai basil. Bunch of it coming up all over. I'm gonna pull, as these get a little larger, I'm gonna pull some of these out and kind of transplant them in various different places. The strawberries are booming. My herb gardens look better than ever, man. The oregano this year, I got so much fresh oregano, some thyme, and this is my sage. I pretty much only use this sage during Thanksgiving, but I'm kind of gonna explore a little more culinary stuff with the sage. Try to do some sage and brown buttery type stuff. Go Ed came out and helped me set up all of my watering system for the garden this year, and I got these inline filters that I put in. I've got like this tri-valve down there, and all the lines, this is like a free line, and these two are on sprinkler runs, and so now all this water will be filtered to some degree before it hits my plants. Here is the herb station that is exploding. This is one of the rose bushes I cloned from last year. I don't remember what kind it is, but it took a little bit of a beating. I got to get it established. Hold on. All right, shenanigans with the kids today. This is that pink Jackie Mullen. Last year was its veg year, And this year's its flower year. I believe that's how it works. With the other mullein anyways, that's how it works. It's like a 2-year cycle. It'll veg out the first year, come up, flower out, and seed out the second year. But this is the pink Jackie mullein. It's really beautiful. It doesn't have that like traditional fuzzy mullein leaf type thing, and I'm not even sure if it has the same medicinal properties as like the other mullein. But the rosemary's doing really good. All this thyme is amazing. I'm going to come in here and kind of graze all this stuff out and dry a bunch of it for some herbs. And then over here, we have this horehound. I thought, wow, that's a cool name, but it basically makes a lozenger. It's for throat lozengers. It's for when you get your sore throats. I thought lemon bush was completely dead, but apparently it's got some kind of sproutage going on, so we might see if we can resurrect this thing. Threw in a couple pumpkins and just some random stuff. It looks like a tomato popped up, another pumpkin. This is just a bin where I'm throwing some stuff in. This is a marshmallow plant, which makes the marshmallow root and also marshmallow, like traditional prior to corn syrup type marshmallows. And then we'll swing around over here. We got more of the same as far as like herbs go. A bunch of thyme coming through. This one kind of took a beating over the winter. But it's bouncing back, and it's got so much, smells so good. The dogs got in here and smashed down all my carnations. Since then, I put in kind of this fencing type stuff. Go Ahead brought me these 2x8 pallets, which seem to be working really well. More of the same herbs. I got a garlic here in the middle, some cannabis, but and I think that's some more garlic over there, but tons and tons of oregano. That smells really, really good. This bed is the one that had basil in. Dolly dug that one completely out, so it's not even functional anymore. Over here, I had planted some pumpkins just to try to wrap these around the greenhouse and get some pumpkins for the kids this year. And this one's kind of not doing as well. It took a little bit of a beating by the dogs, so I kind of been trying to secure it around the rocks. But I got these other 3 that popped up. I've got a 4th one. This one's a volunteer. I didn't plant this one. This one came up on its own from last year. I've got a few more pumpkins down in here to wrap around the greenhouse. That is a volunteer gold potato from last year. Under the dome of solitude, I finally am getting my sunflowers to take off and do well. So we'll have some gorgeous, and I think some of these are that super, super giant one that I had last year, the big giant mother. Strawberries are doing really well in this bin as I keep the dogs out. Luca's already eaten some of the strawberries green, but I have actually got berries, which is amazing. I got some runners I can plant. But yeah, I got some berries going on, folks. Pretty stoked about that. This is the clover bin, or that Hugo bed that I'm going to be planting all of my chilies in whenever this weather gets warm enough. I'll go ahead and pile another 10 to 12 inches of soil right on top of all of this vegetation, just right on top of it, and let that all kind of break down over time and get consumed. So that's going to be coming up real soon. I think I'm hoping by the end of May. Last time I went out in the first week of June, and I got tricked, man. It was like 40 degrees and raining sideways, and so it really stunted and affected my peppers, which I don't want that to happen again. The greenhouse got finished, finally. That was a long project, but I'm telling you, I think I paid like $480 for this greenhouse. And I used those pallets that I had showed you before, laid those down and put some sheeting on top. I'm going to get that same kind of garage cover, floor covering that I have in the flower room and in the veg room to cover this wood, to protect it. But I got these cool little ceiling fans that I got from Sunny and Backtopia, who's still mad at me, I think. I got these tables set up so I could sit down and do, like, you know, work type stuff. Got a floor fan, but down here in this corner, I'm going to cut out a round section, and I'm going to install, I have a 6-inch inline fan, so I'll be able to bring in air. The cool thing is I did not seal all these, so all of my walls pop out. So as it starts getting hot in the day, I just pop these walls right out. I mean, they literally just pop right out. And then I've got ventilation in my greenhouse. And so that's going to be really clutch as the heat starts coming on. I don't know how many plants I'm actually going to put in here. I'm also going to do a bunch of starts and stuff. I did move 2 chili peppers out just to see how they'll handle the next, you know, few weeks out here. And that'll give me an indication of how things are going overall. But yeah, pretty stoked about that. Everything's doing good. The raspberry bush over here, I got my trees. Hold on. All right, so we have the orchard going on here. The plum trees are doing really good. I'm going to get some weights on these branches to start training the branches down and out to try to get those kind of positioned well. We got some flowers going on. Another plum tree, it's doing well. I need to come in though. I'm going to clean up all this stuff down here. I got some sunflowers that are popping up and doing well here. And I have some on the other side of that chair. But the other thing I want to talk about is my raspberry bush. It started shooting out a lot of shoots. Like all the way down to here, I started getting shoots. But also on the other side of it, where this pear tree is now, I had probably about 4 or 5 shoots come out from under the fence and were popped up over here. So I dug those up and put them in pots, and they all seem to be doing really well. Took a little damage on some of the leaves, like some of the edge of the leaves, but they really have bounced back well. And they seem to be taking off. So I have a couple of these I'm going to give the go-ahead to take out to his mom's place. But the raspberry bush is doing well. Got these volunteer potatoes. That's a gold, and that also is a gold. So I'm pretty stoked. Things are already starting to pop. I got more planting to do. Tomorrow is the plant sale out at Canby, Oregon, the Clackamas County Fairground. Go pick up some cool stuff. And then the next weekend is the Clackamas Community College plant sale. And that's where I got my tomatoes, those really incredible Brandywine tomatoes last year. So I'm going to go there and get all of the tomatoes that I'm going to be doing this year. I'll probably do some San Marzano and do some more of the Brandywine. Those Brandywines are my favorite. I mean, I've had the Cherokee Purples and all that great stuff, and at the end of the day, I think the Brandywine are by far my favorite. But we got some raspberries clustering here, getting ready to do some cool stuff. Maybe get some blooms out on these really soon. Looks like it's ready to bloom. And these raspberry bushes, the leaves and stuff, these have strong medicinal properties, especially when you got this fresh spring foliage. They're loaded with a lot of nutrients, and not only that, but there's chemistry in here that helps the ladies during that special time when it can get a little menopausy, or it can get a little, you know, PMSy. So it kind of helps out with the lady problems, not really problems, but the lady issues. And yeah, so check that out if you're interested in maybe creating some tinctures or stuff like that. It's a good option for you folks. All right, everyone out there, it's been a good one. This is a long one. I think I'm at like 24 minutes. So stoked, the garden's taken off. I'm out of surgery. I've been out of surgery now for, I think it'll be 2 weeks on Monday. So I'm doing really good. I'm kind of up and around. I drove my car for the first time yesterday. And the surgeon basically said as long as I'm not smashing the surgery site that knocked loose the combination, or the nerves being sewn together, I should do fine. So I've been pushing it, man. I've been really pushing it. And I know after surgery, it seems like, oh, I'm just going to lay here and die. But that's the exact opposite of what you want to do. You really want to get up, move. As long as they're telling you you can't do permanent damage, you need to be pushing yourself as hard as you possibly can. Get up, get moving. Sometimes you got to work through, the stiffness and the pain. But in the end, your recovery time is so much faster and your healing is a lot better. So I like to really push myself as soon as I can. I'm up, I'm out, I'm moving. And to be honest with you, laying in bed makes me more sore and more stiff than if I just get up and get to getting. So yeah, folks, everything went well with the surgery. We'll know in a month if the nerve is going to take to the old nerve or the dead nerve, and then we're going to find out if the tumor is going to continue to grow or not. Hopefully not, and that'll be the end of that, folks. All right, everyone out there. I'm not sure if I'm going to make it to the Cup this year. Still kind of on the fence about it. I get released from the doctors on the 20th of May. Going to kind of see where I'm at there, but yeah. Thanks for checking in, everyone. I really appreciate all the love and support I've got going through all of this. A tremendous amount of people reached out to me, and I can't thank you all enough. And a special thanks to Goathead, who came over and watered my garden for me. OC Dev's been taking real good care of me, and Jake the Ripper's been doing a lot of hard work. So I appreciate all the love and support, y'all. Be kind to each other. It's not that hard. And growers love.